What's going on, guys? Good evening. Welcome. Um, got a fun stream in store for you guys. We got all the homies tonight. We got a real special guest coming back and hanging out with us tonight. So, as always, on the top left, I got my co-pilot Matt Fuller. Everywhere I go, he's there. You know what I mean? So, we got my boy Brian Slick P on the bottom left coming in and hanging out with us. What's up,
What's
big
up, guys?
dog?
What's up, bro? How you
And
doing?
the special guest tonight is the one and only Mr. Dave Palumbo. What's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good, man. Happy to have you. Thank you for taking your time to come hang out with us, man, and just kick it. You know what I mean? It's nothing pre-planned. We're just coming to hang out, bullshit, see what you've been up to, and see some of the art. You've been doing some really crazy art lately. That's really got me, excited about what you got cooking for 2025.
Yeah.
And if you've got some stuff that might be available, people would love to see what's available, and whatever we could do to to promote you and
Yeah,
give you
absolutely.
the flowers, we'll do that. So
Got a bunch of different stuff
Yeah,
sitting around me here. I had to hide all the stuff that's going right now because I can never show what's going right now.
no. Yeah. Hopefully we get like a little hint of clue or something. But yeah, definitely. I know you got to keep stuff under wraps with NDAs and shit like that. No doubt. So listen, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. You posted. I was gonna start back with. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. The piece you did for OAX, the Batman in the medieval armor. That piece was crazy, dude. That was awesome. Tell us a little bit about that, if you can, about the process, picking that idea.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Kazra, who is one of the three folks who's basically, running the show at OAX, asked me if I wanted to do a piece for one of the posters for the illustration art exchange segment. And so he was saying that he wanted it to be fantasy, like the illustration, the IAX part was all supposed to be more kind of like fantasy tilted, which is, something that I've done a fair amount with,
with magic and stuff. Yeah.
Like that. And at the same time, I know that the kind of like the roots of this show is comic books. And so I was originally thinking of something that would be Marvel characters in a kind of like a fantasy setting. I think it was a conversation I was having with Kazra where he asked me if I'd ever done a Batman, or he said something or other about Batman that just made me realize, like, oh, a medieval Batman would be really fun. And so that was really kind of what got this one started for me. And yeah, I was like thinking about like Batman riding a dragon and stuff like that. And then in the end, I was just thinking like just having it about that suit of armor, but still like how do you he's such an iconic character, like to work that Batman-ness into a medieval suit of armor. So yeah.
And it came out great, man. The moon in the corridor, like where he's at with the stone, and then you've got the bats. It's awesome, dude. I'm a big fan of that medieval stuff, like the Tolkien, knights in armor fighting on horses and, fighting, orcs and shit. It's just, when I saw the vibe of that piece, I was like, man, that looks freaking great. That looks really good.
I also feel like for as long as I've been doing what I'm doing and all the magic cards and everything, like I never get to paint just like a suit of European armor. It's something that I feel like doesn't show up in, I guess, just a lot of the kind of fantasy I do. Like magic, usually if there's armor, it's a lot more stylized than that. And so that was another thing. And then ironically, like one of the projects I'm working on that I can't really show right now, but I guess I can talk about it at least vaguely, is Arthurian. It's an illustrated book that's like Arthurian stuff, and so it's like all dudes in armor. I'm having a good time with it. It's a lot of fun. So yeah.
No, you did it great. And one of the pieces you did, going backwards, that really caught my eye, the way the metal and the armor and everything looked, was the Doctor Doom piece you did for Platinum.
Oh yeah,
Like like the realism in that one. Look at Matt. Matt's already on it, bro. What would I do without you, Matt? See if you can find that. I believe that's the prelim. See if you can find the original on there.
There you go.
Right there. Like, dude, that piece is brilliant, man. The stonework art in the back.
I can't, again, I can say, but I can't show. I've got another Doctor Doom for something coming up.
Oh,
I'm really excited when that finally, nice. Some of this stuff I have to sit on it for so long, but I'm really excited when I can finally show it. He's always
I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that.
So, yeah.
I do need a Doom in my collection. So. But this piece is just crazy, man. This is probably my favorite art that transitioned to the card like perfectly. Oh, yeah, no, it's really good, man. This art made a lot of people that really didn't collect Doom start collecting Doom.
That's nice.
You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. When this set dropped, when people were pulling it off EPAC, it was just wow. People were going crazy every time a Doom was hit. People got excited. It was just great art.
Really everybody should be collecting Doom now. He's such a I don't know. He's such a fun character.
Yeah, man. So all right. So now we're gonna go fast forward, and I
know where you're going.
Like you dropped this piece recently. Actually, you know what? Go to the one right next before we get to Gene. And I don't know what this publication is about, but this piece is crazy. This piece.
I got that one here with me.
Oh my God! Can we make him big, Matt?
Yeah,
can we?
Let me
hang on.
Move that, and then
figure out how to do this without the glare.
Yeah, we just got to get. So if you want to just come closer to the camera, Dave. Oh my gosh, bro. That is hot, bro. Now, can you give us some information on the publication for this piece?
Yeah, so this was for Heavy Metal, which is a magazine that's been around since I think the late 70s, maybe like 77 was when it started. And it was a bunch of, I think probably the biggest name to come from it was Mobius. Or at least, like, not that I don't know what Mobius was doing before Heavy Metal, but he was pretty involved. And other folks over the years, Simon Beasley was someone else who got a lot out of his connection there. I think Richard Coburn, or not Richard Coburn. Yeah. Anyway, it was all just like weird sci-fi, often like very kind of like adult, just bizarre comic books, like short comics and stuff. And
wasn't there animation movies of Heavy Metal back in the 90s or something? Maybe even earlier than that?
Yeah, they did two of them. I never saw the second one, but the first one.
I remember watching one as a kid. I had an older cousin, and he was really big in like anime and shit. I remember that Heavy Metal. Yeah, it was real adult type animation with, a lot, sexiness and a lot of tech and metal and shit. Yeah, I know what you.
So the magazine, at some point, it got bought by Kevin Eastman, the guy who one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle creators.
Okay.
And he was running it for a long time, and then I don't know what happened. It might have just been like COVID stuff, but I guess they kind of ceased publication in recent years. And now some folks, I suppose they just like basically bought the property and they're kind of relaunching it. So this is one of the variant covers of the first issue of the relaunch, which just I think happened in January. So
hey, can you show us that piece again and zoom into her face? Because the face is just, look how beautiful that face is, guys.
I'm trying to figure out how to deal with it.
Now just bring it closer to the screen.
Nice.
Here's
That's a
what
beautiful piece, dude. Her face is stunning. Oh, that's yes.
something like that.
Yeah. That's such a pretty face, bro.
Thanks. Yeah, this is a fun one. They kind of feel like we talked around in a lot of different directions, and then at some point they were like, "Just give us a sexy girl with a robot." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah, I mean, robots have always been bread and butter of heavy metal, right?
yeah.
Suriyama was a big artist there.
Another
And
one,
he
yeah.
got those sexy robots, and
Yeah.
I actually got to see one or two of his pieces in a contemporary art museum when I was in Netherlands, which was wild. Just walking through this, and all of a sudden, like, wait a minute, I know what that is.
A lot of them are bigger than you would think, or at least like I remember there was a show at a gallery in New York. Had to have been like 12, 13 years ago, and yeah, a lot of them were a lot bigger than I was expecting them to be. Especially like airbrush. I don't know. I always think they're going to be like little bitty things, but yeah.
guys, we're gonna say what's up to the homies in the chat. We are the worst YouTubers, I swear. Hermit Style, what's up, baby? Thank you for coming, man. I'm sorry, guys. Arelis, thank you, dear, for coming. Appreciate you. Hello. Brinks, what up, big dog? How you doing? Pulling fire in the building. What's going on? Marvel Marshall, what up, baby? How you doing? Sydney, what up, big dog? Welcome, everybody. Now,
before we get to your favorite, Lewis,
you want to get to this?
Of all the ones recently, this is the one. This is my favorite, and it's a magic piece. And I'm getting more and more into magic these days, like just the fun stuff. And I think, Lewis, I mentioned this to you. I've got 4 Dave pieces, and they're all prelims because I love the reds. Something about those. When I first saw your prelim, I was just blown away for MM20s, and I've just loved that style ever since. And this one just looks incredible.
Thanks. That one, I got that one in the studio too, but that one is it's waiting for its new owner to send me a shipping address. So I think
that's
he said send it to me. Yeah, he forgot to tell you that. So.
No, that piece is good. Very good. The lighting. Let's look at that before we get to Jean. We're trying to like save her. This piece right here, the dark one to the left, like this has such a crazy Silent Hill vibe to it, dude. Can you tell us a little bit about this thing? This is pretty crazy.
Yeah, this is a rare. Recently, I haven't done much of this in years, but a friend of mine asked me if I wanted to participate in a group show, and so I was like, yeah, I haven't done something like that in a long time, and it was just the theme of the show is called In Shadow, so it's basically like do whatever you want. My wife and I are real into like ghost shows and stuff, and we there's a place that we've been a couple of times near here that's a allegedly haunted location. I haven't seen anything happen while I've been there, but this is inspired by going to visit that place, and I think it really doesn't. It's almost impossible to see on the screen. I spent so much time painting, unpainting, and repainting. There's a pair of eyes that are just barely visible in that darkness, and I think it's something that you might have to see the painting in person to see it, notice it. But because originally, they were just too calling too much attention to themselves on my first pass, and then my wife was like, I was like, "Is it too much?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think you need to dial it back." And so. I can never tell. It's like that Blair Witch one. Also, it's like I can never tell. Like, where's the balance with something like that between two understated? Yeah. But right there, right? But yeah, I think it was like a fun kind of like the painting works with or without that there. So I hope that it'll be kind of like a second read for people.
Yeah, it's great, dude. If you like haunted shit, man, you got to come down to St. Augustine, Florida. I don't know if you ever been out there.
No, but yeah, that's an invitation I can't turn down. So.
Dude, St. Augustine, Florida is crazy, dude. There's a lot of crazy shit. All right, now
Yeah, let me fix this.
let's whatever you can, man. Bring the gene back up. When I saw you post this piece, dude, I didn't even read it. I was like, is it published and is it for sale? And then as I started reading, I was like, it's going to its new owner. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what, you outdid yourself with this piece, bro. Like this is one of the hottest gene pieces I've seen in a while. It's really good, dude.
I you know, something came together on this one that I feel like you never can predict or know when that's going to happen, but it really kind of like got me excited about all the stuff I have in front of me now, because I want to kind of like keep that momentum going and keep that state of mind going. But yeah, I was very, very happy with how this turned out.
Do you feel like as an artist, you're always looking to get better, right? You're always looking to sharpen your skills. With this piece, do you think you've kind of gained a better technique or a better feeling to maybe take, say because female characters are hard as hell to paint, dude. They really are. Like female characters are tough.
Yeah.
And dude, this is one of the hottest ones I've seen in a while. So do you feel like you grew as an artist with this piece? Like you tried something?
For sure. And it was actually, so this piece was halfway done when I went down to OAX, and I didn't know Giancarlo, who commissioned it, was actually going to be at the show. And I'm kind of glad I didn't know that, because if I had, I would have rearranged things to try to get the piece done so that I could bring it to the show to give it to him there. Didn't know that. But as a result, like while I was at the show, just the moment happened looking around at the other stuff that people had, the stuff in the special galleries and things like that. And just one of the things I was just like feeling like the paintings that were really drawing me in had a lot of luminosity to them. And I'm just looking at them, I'm like, I need to push that more with my pieces. And so when I got home to this one, I feel like there are certain things that I prior would have let go just a little bit earlier, that in this case I was like, I want to kind of push it a little further than that. Also, I've been wanting to get back into using some palette knife, which the haunted room piece that we were looking at a second ago, that one I was just like, I'm just going to go nuts with the palette knife on this. With Gene here, there's not a lot, but in the energy crackles, it was just like it was like little things like that stuff had been kind of like simmering in the background. And on this piece, it really just kind of, like I said, it just clicked into place and made me feel like, okay, these are things to take note of for the next stuff that I'm going to be doing, the things coming up. I think the like I say, the luminosity is really the thing that I was thinking about with this one, and I think that was really what kind of made it stand apart from some of the other pieces.
Yeah, a lot of the female, the most, a lot of the recent female pieces that I've seen from you, the first thing I see instantly is how beautiful the faces are.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
And like with that one piece with the robot, when I see that, I'm just like, the faces are stunning. And that's like the biggest thing when you're doing female characters, right? Like that's where you, obviously, like the anatomy and curves and all that's very important. But when people look at a female character in a piece, the first thing they're going to look at is the face.
Yeah. Faces, I mean, all the time, faces are.
Yeah. And and dude, I'll tell you what, man, I tip my hat to you. It's got me excited to see what you do. I need to get, a badass female character that's published. Because, I collect just published art. You know what I mean? But just seeing some of this stuff, like with this Gene, like, dude, I would love to get, I know Matt's gonna be like, get up off the mutant territory. But dude, I've gotten a serious, like, addiction for X-Men stuff lately. I'd say with like in the last 6 to 7 months, just the excitement for X-Men, like with buying art, picking up X-Men characters, and yeah, I definitely need to get something from you in the future, brother, for sure, man, because it's crazy, dude.
Just stay in that Moon Knight wheelhouse, would you? Just come on.
I'm hoping.
The what? I gotta save some Spider-Mans and Venoms for you, Matt. You know what I mean?
Hoping to get more X-Men stuff going in the future for sure. Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's see who else is in here. We got a bunch of homies coming in here. Run it back. What's up, big dog? How you doing, brother? White Mamba, what's up, my man? He says Dave's Ghost Spider from Platinum is one of my favorite cards of all time. We got the homie Raj. What's up, Raj? How you doing, brother? Snick, what up, big dog? How you doing? Cindy says back off. Listen to you X-Men. You guys cornering the X-Men market, man. What's going on? So yeah, dude. So again, awesome stuff, man. I'm excited to see what you got cooking moving forward. Yeah. You got some cool projects in the works, so really excited about that.
Absolutely.
Do you have anything that you've got coming that you can talk about a little bit? Some cool stuff you can disclose with us that won't get you in trouble?
I mean, I can. Let me take a look and see what I've. Sometimes when I finish something, it just goes right out of my mind, and I'm on to the next thing. So let me see, like, what have I got that's waiting to come out that hasn't been worked on recently. I mean, right now what I'm doing is a lot of illustrated books, which is a funny thing. They seem to come in clusters. So like I said, I'm doing an Arthurian one, I'm doing a sci-fi one, and I'm doing, I don't even know, I guess it's horror-ish. But
yeah, you had a horror piece at OAX. It had a really great horror, but maybe people don't consider it horror. You had an alien piece there with like a body dragon, like like half the body, like head, like towards the bottom of the piece, and like the head of the ant. Dude, that thing was crazy.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I guess the other thing that I've mentioned that I can't show, of course, but that it's I think like okay to say that I've been doing stuff for the Marvel Magic crossover.
Oh,
I'm excited about that. So I don't know when those are coming out. Late this year, I think.
Yeah, later. I think it's third quarter of this year, right, Matt? September, October, something like that.
The first one, yeah. I don't know about the others.
I figured you'd be doing something with that, dude. You've done a ton of Magic the Gathering art, so it would only be.
Yeah, I've been working with them since 2008. So that's now we're like 17 years, which doesn't make any sense to me. I can't I can't make sense of that.
But, yeah, dude, that's a long time. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've still got a bunch of the Dark Horse alien stuff though that you were saying, because I had the piece. This is.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. Do you have that one that I saw at OAX? The real black one? It's like the zoomed in of the alien and like the head of the alien's like this, and I think there's like a body that's like laying on it.
Yeah, that came home with me. That's not here in the studio, but yeah, I've still.
Matt, is it on your Instagram?
It's definitely on my website, dvpalumbo.com.
All right, I'll go there.
Thank you, Matt. Yeah, that piece was pretty crazy, man. Because you just see, it's almost like the alien's like coming out of the shadows, and you just see just a silhouette of it.
With the skull?
No, not the skull. There's one that's like a guy upside down, and his face is kind of half cropped off the picture. Should be on there.
Now, what is this? An alien piece?
This is another alien piece. Yeah, these were Dark Horse covers from a few years back. A ways back, actually.
That's fly.
That one's nice.
This was for Prometheus. Some of them are in plastic for protection, which...
That looks awesome, dude. That looks really nice.
It was super fun to work on these. Back when that happened, they were doing like a mini series, and they asked me if I would come on, and I think I said that I wanted to come on for Alien. They were doing Alien, Predator, Alien versus Predator, and Prometheus, and the editor was like, "Oh, we really want you for Prometheus." I was like, "I'll do Prometheus if I can do Alien too, you know, in addition." And then at a certain point, I was just doing all of
yeah, well, both of those pieces are crazy.
Oh yeah.
But look at that piece to the right. Can you enlarge that, Matt?
Let's see if that goes. My computer's not cooperating.
Oh yeah.
That Predator one fighting in is pretty crazy too.
Come on, there we go. Sorry, there it is. My scroll bar wanted to vanish.
Look at that shit, Slick.
Yeah, that one's big too. That one.
Yes, I saw that one at the show, bro. That's wild.
I think it's 24 by 36.
That's a big piece.
Yeah,
it's a big piece.
I got carried away. Sometimes if I'm like really excited with the concept that gets picked, just be like, I want to go big on this one.
Yeah, running back says that piece was nuts.
Yeah, and Snick's asking artists that inspire me or that I collect their work for sure. I always have a hard time answering this because it's like in all different directions. But as far as like inspire me and collect their work, Sam Weber is the artist of that piece with I don't know how easy it is to see behind me there. It's hanging up on the wall. And Jeremy Geddes is another one who has a similar quality to his work as Sam. Those are two guys that definitely I look at. But oh man, yeah, tons. I don't think I can afford Jeremy Geddes pieces though. But yeah, lots of folks. That one made me think of Benjamin Bjorklund is another one. But then, you know, like going back into illustration history, J.C. Leyendecker is somebody that I really love. I mentioned Mobius earlier, which doesn't really show up in my work that much. I think there's a lot of artists whose work I just love, even if it doesn't necessarily directly inform what I do. But yeah, plenty.
Hey, we got the homie Fausto in the building. What up, baby? He says he thinks you're awesome, and he's sorry he wasn't able to make it tonight.
Yeah.
We'll do something else. We'll do something else in the future for sure, man. But yeah, no, that was good. Yeah, I really like that alien piece. When I saw it at your booth, it was just the size of it. It was an impressive looking piece. It really was.
Yeah. It's unreasonably big for a comic book cover, but yeah, it just felt like that's what it wanted to be.
It was good, bro. It's good. It was really good. Very impressive piece. Very impressive piece. So you brought I see some really nice stuff hanging out behind there.
Yeah, I got these.
I keep getting drawn
from came back from OAX.
Daredevil.
The Daredevil.
Yeah, the Daredevil is. I don't know if you saw, but the new Daredevil series premiered last night.
Oh, I haven't watched it, but I heard. Yeah, I think it was pretty good stuff.
I watched the first. So I had a stream last night. I ended like around 1:00, and I sat on the couch, and I watched the first 30 minutes of it. It was crazy. There was a crazy fight scene between Daredevil and Bullseye. Like, dude, it was crazy. Like,
is it the same actor from the Netflix series?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all the same actors. All of them came back.
That's
I love that show, man. I think to me, it's the best like the best Marvel series, in my opinion.
I mean, I haven't watched that many. I did get into that one. I watched that one, and I remember the first season of Punisher I really liked.
Yes.
I don't think I ever came back for the follow-up seasons, but that first season, I remember it was funny because, like, for as much as I feel out of touch with comics, when they'll do these series on shows, I'm like, oh, I've read these issues. I know the story that they're doing here, and it's like, oh, they're doing a really good job with this. So
yeah. Typically, it's the other way around, right? Like, they're not as accurate, on the comics or the storylines. They switch it up, and
But
But no, the series looks really good.
Got this.
So here we go. We got the Platinum.
Yeah.
Got the Thing.
It was fun. I was so glad to get to paint Fantastic Four characters because they were off limits for Masterpieces
for a while.
Doing that, and so it was really like I think I would have just done nothing but Fantastic Four characters, but I think they had already assigned Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic by the time that I picked my pieces. But I was like Thing, Human Torch, and Doctor Doom.
Yeah, you killed that Human Torch, dude. That Human Torch, that was a strong one. I forgot about the Torch. The Torch was a real strong piece.
Thanks,
Can we take a look at that Daredevil? Because I see Slick over here drooling for that Daredevil. He's got a thing for Daredevil. Look at Mr. Fuller.
And also that War Machine. That War Machine is crazy as well.
That Daredevil is great, dude. You do fire really well, bro. The way you do fire is very good.
Very good.
Some would say it's fire.
Look at that. I love the slang, man. I love it, bro.
Where's your goat? You gotta follow. There you go. You gotta follow up your joke with the goat.
Now, Dave, what's the price for the Daredevil? Just curious. What's the price to purchase it?
I had that one at $8.
Okay.
I might have some flexibility on that, but
a little wiggle room.
I had that at the show. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. And then you have
Magneto.
Here. This was also
the cat. Okay.
Flair. Yeah. And I've had a couple. I don't know if people have seen these. I don't know why. There were a couple of pieces I did for Flair that didn't end up getting printed in the set. One of them was this Death of Jean Grey, which I was really. I don't know if they felt like it was. If she's maybe too dead here, like because I don't know.
Briggs 8,000, not 800. 8,000. Add a zero to that, baby.
It got
if that thing was 800, it would have been gone many moons ago. Trust me.
But yeah,
it looks good. It looks good.
That took like 2 years to come out after I finished the art. So I don't know what happened in the time in between. And then there was another. Oh, where is it at? Oh yeah, and this one also was for Flair that ended up not in the set. That was. That's really good, dude.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I was very, very bummed out that those two didn't end up in there. I don't know why. Nobody ever was able to tell me, but.
And now they've paid you for that, right? So they own it, even though they don't have the license anymore. It's what a weird situation.
I mean, Marvel owns all of it, but I think that it's probably never going to see the light of day. In my experience with this kind of stuff, if something doesn't show up where it was originally intended to, it falls into a black hole of their, archives. And probably, there was a piece actually. This did publish, but I did one of the Alien covers that I did. Sideshow wanted to license it for a print, and a few years after the comic had come out, and they came to me, and I was like, I would love for you all to do that, But 20th Century Fox and Dark Horse are the ones who you need to talk to. I can't do anything because they've got the copyright on it. And it was just like nobody could figure out who to talk to, and so they were just like, "We'll just do something else." It's
a shame. It's a shame though when you think about it, man. Because so much beautiful artwork doesn't get a chance to for people to see it.
Yeah, I mean, luckily, like that was one that had been like a cover and it was out there and everything, but it was just that kind of thing where it's like I wouldn't even make any money off this. I would just love for y'all to make a print of it, but who knows? Maybe that person who was the one they had to talk to didn't work at that job anymore, and who can say?
Yeah, it's wild.
I got well, these are a couple of masterpieces ones that I've still got. Nightmare.
What is this?
And
Nightmare, right?
Nightmare.
X-23.
And were those base cards or?
No, these were
holofoils.
I think these were holofoil.
Hey, I've never even seen that one. Can I see that X-23 again? That looks pretty damn fly. Wow.
That's actually one of the cards that I had Dave sign for me at the event. I have one of the gold canvas of X-23, and I had him sign that at OAX.
Version, right? Because they rejected your first version.
They kicked back the sketch. They felt like her pose she was just kind of like standing with her back to us and her arms at her side, and they wanted it to be something a little more like her in combat, her in like a more of an action pose. Yeah,
you mean like that?
You go. That's the one. Yeah, it was seriously, I feel like.
Oh no, she's the canvas. That one's the canvas.
That was canvas, right? Yes. I think it was maybe 5-6 pieces in that whole set that they had me redo a sketch because of something like that. It was very, very few, which surprised the hell out of me. I was not expecting him to be that laid back.
Hey, at least they were talking. At least they were talking to you, right?
Yeah. No, I had no.
Dan had no idea who he was working with.
I got some weird stuff here that.
You like weird stuff?
Oh yeah.
Mars Attacks.
Oh, nice.
Dude, that was such a good movie. That was a good movie, dude.
This was for a Topps did a Mars Attacks card set, because like of course it was based on the card set from the 60s, and I don't remember when this was, but maybe 10 years ago or something they decided to do a new one. And I was just kind of like looking through what could I pull out here to show, and saw those. I was like, oh my god, I forgot all about this. I got one of my really early Magic cards here.
Wow.
Wow.
This is from 2008. So this would have been one of the very first ones that I did. Which you can see it's on the illustration board, which I haven't worked on illustration board in over a decade. So.
What do you use? Just straight canvas?
No, these are all on panels, like masonite.
Okay. All right. That's the same thing that Eric uses. Eric gets the same stuff he uses, pretty much.
A couple more Magic cards.
Oh wow!
But
that one's wild.
That one's fucking crazy, dude.
Cool. Yeah, it's the fun thing with working on Magic is every assignment is like, who knows what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Paint a giant, but
Now, you also did some pretty gangster sketch cards at OAX. Do you still have some of those you can show us?
I have them. I don't have them with me, but I wonder, is there a way how do you share screen on here?
Down under settings, No, wait, hang on. So me to the right of settings, I have one called Present,
Oh yeah, okay.
and then from there you select Share Screen. Someone in chat's asking if that card you showed was called Celestial Purge.
Yeah, that's a Celestial Purge.
I was saying to use that back in the day.
Let me see. I think I should have scans of those. Maybe I don't. Maybe
It's like you got one. You said you got a Spider-Man. Do you have it, nearby, or
It's in the other room. I could run and get it.
if you want, you can show it all. I think
Just
it's pretty
give me
cool.
just a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Show and tell.
Where did I save these?
So, Lewis, what was the first, while he's looking for that, what was the first sort of non-magic, non-Marvel artwork that caught your eye back in the day? Like, were you ever into, like, the 80s D&D paintings? What's the first piece of painting that ever caught your eye?
You talking about me?
Yeah, you. Yeah, well, we'll chat while he's looking for stuff.
Yeah, bro.
Because for me, it was like the TSR paintings in the 80s, like Elmore, Caldwell, Parkinson.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I never really was too versed in artwork as a kid. I just remember looking at like certain images from publications growing up, stuff that would catch my eye, that would look good and stuff. But as far as really knowing the art world, I'm still very fresh in that realm, dude. You know what I mean?
I remember I went to a show, the old conventions in Boston. One was called Boscone, and they always had a lot of art. And I saw a Virgil Finlay piece in person, and I was just blown away, like to see what like real like detailed line art looked like in person.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you know what? And in fact, I found something in deep storage. Now I'm gonna go get it.
We got everybody going looking for shit, Dave.
Should be 2 more. I found 8 of them, but I think there were 10. Should be 2 more. Huh. Sometimes I forget to scan things. Yeah, well, anyway, yeah, so let's see, I push present.
Maybe maybe I have to add it.
Oh, I see. I can just upload an image here, I think. Well, here, I'll just do a share screen. That'll be easier. Is that coming through?
Yep, here we go. We're gonna add it to the stage. Oh,
So,
dude,
yeah,
those are crazy.
This is 8 of them. There are 2 others. So I guess what's missing here is Batman. What's the other one that was missing? Venom.
That Storm and Psylocke are pretty insane.
Oh yeah, and there was a Predator that I did. That's not here. Yeah, but yeah, I think definitely still have the. I think I still have the Joker, the Alien, and the Venom. Maybe the Wolverine. I don't remember. But I remember somebody picked up the Psylocke, the Doom, Spider-Man, and I think somebody bought the Storm. Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds really good, dude.
Thanks. Yeah. I was super happy with that one. That one and the Doctor Doom, I think, were the 2 that really.
So remember we were talking, I told you I need to find a blank for MM20. 2020,
yeah.
to have you do a sketch for me.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
did have one. I did have one tucked away. 2020 AP. No, is this an AP? No, this is non-AP. Not AP Black.
Controversial.
Oh yeah, watch out, bro. The fucking sketch police will come get me. But yeah, I'm happy I have one of those because I definitely need one of your sketches in my
Oh,
collection,
people are
man,
saying
for
they can't
sure.
see in the comments here.
I don't know how to zoom it in.
Oh, huh.
Uh,
What are folks seeing right now?
Let me see if I can make it full screen. Yeah, are you able to zoom into individual ones, Dave?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet. Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
That Venom's crazy,
let us
dude.
know if this is working. Okay.
Yeah, that Venom's ridiculous. The Storm, I think, the Storm was crazy. The Wolvie's good.
Yeah, here's the storm down there.
Yeah, that Storm is fire. They're all great, man.
So I'm back
I
with my
really feel like
Spider-Man phone.
the more of these I do, the more I feel like I'm understanding how to work at this scale. They're so small.
Yeah. Yes, they are so small.
I don't know why I can't scroll.
It's probably gonna make it for yeah. There you go. Yeah, that alien one's great. Spidey's awesome.
Yeah.
So much detail in the buildings.
Yeah, I wish I had the Batman piece. Somebody got that one at the show, so I
Jen.
think I somehow missed scanning that one, so I guess I don't have a picture of it. Not the first time that's happened.
And say we know at least who got the Batman. We'll just have to contact him.
Yeah, at least these are easier for someone to send me a picture of. Once I did a commission for a collector, and it was a big piece. It was like a 24 by 32, and I sent it, and I realized because he didn't want to see it before I sent it, so I never shot a picture of it. And I realized later that I hadn't, and I asked if he could take a photo for me, and it was just like nothing but a big reflection of the camera flash in the middle. I'm just like, I appreciate the effort, but it's like, okay,
Yeah.
and I just let that one go.
Can you zoom into the face of that Venom real quick? And then let's like show his that looks crazy, dude.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, little drips on the chest there too.
Yeah, that looks real menacing, bro. It's a different take on Venom, and I like it, man.
I always find it so like I'm always conflicted as to how to do his mouth. But yeah.
That's the beauty of Venom, dude. It doesn't matter. It's a symbiote. He can be whatever,
Yeah.
I think that's what's fun about painting, or drawing Venom and Carnage and shit like that is you can make them look so different, but just the design is you're always gonna know what it is.
Yeah.
Those are awesome, man.
What was Matt going to look for? Oh, he was getting a sketch card.
Yeah, Slick. You got. Let me exit the full screen layout. Slick. Let's make him big. Matt, can you make him big real quick?
Yep.
He's gonna show us he picked up the.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, it's fire.
That's just
I love the way the buildings look behind him.
Like as if the sketch wasn't small enough to begin with, you kept it within the inner borders to make it even harder.
Right.
Well, I'm always because I'm working with oil. I got to put down some kind of a primer, so I put down a gesso, and I always tape off those edges so that it doesn't like mess up the. Otherwise, it like warps the card, and these were pretty robust. When I paint on magic cards, if I don't put that border on, it's just a mess. But yeah, somebody's talking to me right now about doing a 9-card panel, and I need to figure out how to do that. He wants it without borders, so I've seen people do it. I just need to do some tests to see what's going to work.
Well, that'll be fun. 9-card panel, that'll be crazy.
Yeah. I haven't done a big puzzle like that before. I think I've done like 2-card pieces, but I've never done like a big page like that. So it'll be fun.
So Matt, you had something you went and grabbed. What'd you go grab?
No, I couldn't find it. I had two paintings that I bought when I was 14, and they were roughs by this artist called A.C. Farley, and they were prelims for book covers that he did. And I cannot find it for the life of me. So I'll eventually find it and share it. But just thinking back to like art when we were younger.
I love that you are an appreciator of the prelim. I think that some of the first art I ever bought was also prelims, and there's something just really kind of magical about seeing those early stages.
And just, yeah, I mean, I'm also a fan, and what I like about them is in the small space, especially with the oils, you see the buildup of the layers, and you can kind of, you see the whole process. And that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So yeah, man.
Anything else we're talking about as far as things that are available? And if people after want to know what's the best way for them to find it?
Oh yeah, I mean, reach out to me. Email is usually best. When people reach out on like Messenger and Instagram and stuff like that, sometimes I don't see it right away, and if it gets filtered, sometimes I don't see it for a while. So email is usually best, which is dvpalumbo@gmail.com. And but yeah, anything, if folks are interested, like if I had it in my hands here tonight, it's available. But if it's something that somebody's interested in, they can always check in with me to see if I've got it. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Most of the masterpieces stuff is long gone. Magic stuff, I've got some, but a lot of that is sold. But it's like I said. But then there's other stuff like these Alien and Predator covers that I just never really like put those out there for the longest time. So some of them are sold now, but I've still got a bunch. And it's just I'm always
what we need to do.
Questions.
You know what we need to do, Matt, and I think it would be awesome if we can get a group of artists that have stuff that's available, and maybe do like an all day, or maybe not even an all day, but like a fun event, like on a Saturday, and it'll be like an art sale show or something like that, where
kind of what we can.
Something like that. Shoot, maybe we can even team up with them and do something. Talk to Cosmo. I think that'd be awesome. And do something cool like that, where it's the artists that have their stuff, and I think that'd be cool. That'd be a cool idea to do.
That is cool. Hey Dave, could we get a close up showing of that War Machine when you get a second?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab that. I was gonna pull out a couple other.
Oh yeah, go for it. Do what you're doing just before.
This was
you see, as soon as we mention the man, he pops up out of nowhere like it's like you say his name and he just poof, out of the cloud of smoke. Let's get Kaz, if you got 10-15 minutes to jump on, let me know. We'll send you over a link.
This was a cover I did for the Son of Hulk comic. I did 2 covers for them, like way back. Wish that I had done more. I don't think that title lasted very long. And I've got this. I was going to bring this with me to OAX, the lizard from Masterpieces, and then I was packing.
Dude, that's a really cool piece. Is that the original? It's not the prelim, right?
No, this is the original. Yeah. I was packing everything up for the pickup for the show. Somebody was coming to pick everything up and drive it down, and I was packing everything up, and I realized I'd never put a varnish on this one, and there was no way that I'd be able to varnish it and have it safe to transport by the time that the pickup was arriving. So it ended up staying here. Didn't go to the show. But
that's a cool ass piece.
That's real nice.
And there's like all these gems hiding around the office here.
I know, dude. That's why we had to lure them onto the stream, bro, so we can see all the goodies, man.
Here's the War Machine.
There you go, Slay. And it's big too, Dave. It's a big piece.
Yeah, that's a big piece.
Yeah, I think especially with Platinum and Flare, because it wasn't as many pieces to do all at once. Since in this case for Platinum, I was doing 5 pieces. I was just like, I'm going to do them all big. I don't know that was necessarily like necessary, but like I said, sometimes if I get carried away and excited about it, then I end up kind of doing a little more than is needed.
Yeah. And then out of curiosity, what's your asking price on the War Machine?
War Machine is 6.
Okay.
1,000.
Yep. Yeah. You gotta specify.
Add that extra 0 to the end.
You never know, right? Somebody's lurking.
This piece here was for Lovecraft illustrated at the Mountains of Madness.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
That's kind of like a last-minute addition to the project where they wanted something for the signature page on the book, and since it's about this like failed expedition to the Arctic where they find a bunch of alien stuff, I thought
you can see that photo being like called Seconds Before Disaster or something like that. Right?
Well, it's just like they found this alien corpse and they're posing with it, and this is like one of the photos from their
what could go wrong? Right? Take a picture.
Which I always a fan of that kind of stuff, and kind of like fake artifacts and that sort of thing. Oh, and I think these are the other 2. I think at this point, this is like all the masterpieces that I have left that would be theoretically available is Jigsaw and
Killmonger.
Yeah, this plastic.
Oh, but you got some gems hiding in there, bro. You got some gems hiding there. Yeah.
There's a few more that are like personal collection type of stuff, but definitely
for masterpieces.
Yeah.
Which ones you got?
They're not up for sale.
No, yeah, I'm just curious.
I'm curious which ones hit your strings. Yeah.
The kneeling Captain America, the Punisher, with the one that's kind of like a like further away shot where he's kind of almost like silhouetted, where you can just see the skull. The Venom, the box art. Definitely keeping that one. And then Colossus, that's just the portrait, and Cyclops versus Mr. Sinister. I think those were the ones that I kept for myself.
Damn, you got the Venom, don't you? That's a good one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like I'm gonna, I didn't want to. I knew I would regret letting that one go. So yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. You see, hey, you learn something new every day. That's one of my favorite pieces. That one, and the canvas Black Panther are my 2 favorite pieces from your set.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
And I can't track down the Panther, and I had no clue where the Venom was, but now I know where the Venom is.
The Panther, I will, if I can figure out who it went to. I always try to like let people know if somebody's looking for.
I think both Panthers were actually really good. The one, the canvas one is the one that I like the pose of it, and then the other one is where he's like this, running through the jungle.
Yeah,
that one was hot too.
Thank you. Yeah. I'll see if I meant to keep records of who the buyers were for everything, and then very quickly I fell behind on it, and so some of them I don't know if I necessarily have the information, but if I do, I'll pass along to whoever the buyer was.
Yeah, no doubt. That's awesome. Good stuff.
But,
All right, Matt, you got anything else you want to wrap up with? Slick, you got something you want to bring to the table?
No, man.
I mean,
I just want to say thanks to Dave for taking his time.
It was fun. Yeah, we're just pretty much just at an hour, so it was great. Nice and smooth. A lot of great art, a lot of good info. You know what I mean? I think people will enjoy, rewatching the stream and seeing all the art. Dude, some of the stuff you're killing. That Gene Insane, the piece before that with the Insane, you're doing some great. I can't wait to see what you got cooking coming up, man. I know you got some good stuff coming.
Should I share the piece you're most jealous of, Lewis?
Which one is it?
Lewis is a big fan. Anyone that's showing a little male nipple, so.
Oh yeah.
Get the fuck. Hey, that is Cap. He's trolled. He's the real fan. That's why he's got it so close to him where he sits.
This is such a great show. This is the show I was telling you need to watch.
The Legion. Yep. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, appreciate y'all for coming and hanging out, man. Hey, make sure you guys go follow Dave. You can catch him on Facebook. You can catch him on Instagram. Make sure you go check him out. Show love. He's got a lot of cool stuff. He's posting a lot of nice art. Pretty consistently that I've been seeing. So I'm excited about that. Make sure you check out Slick P at the bottom. You can hit him up on IG. As always, the co-pilot, he's everywhere. Matt's like, don't look for me.
You don't want to know.
Matt's like, don't look for me. Hey, appreciate all of y'all. Love y'all for coming out and hanging out with us, man. Hey, Dave, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come kick it with the community and just, hang out and talk art, man. So
no, it's been great. Thanks for having me on.
We need to do this again in the future, man. So whenever you ever down, we got some new stuff. Definitely. I know we got Dave, some fun again. Magic the Gathering, Marvel crossover stuff coming. So I think that's going to be exciting. See some goodies there, and we'll pick it up from there.
All right.
All right, guys. Y'all know the deal. Hit the like button, subscribe to all the whole. Make sure you're following everybody. Be good, be safe. God bless, and we'll see y'all again soon. Peace.
Later.